know about all this, you know? And so if you don't have a way to build that belief through personal growth and development, I think that can be very, very difficult. And that's where we do lose a lot of people when they say, well, I didn't expect this, or I didn't know about this. And so learning, plugging in, getting that information that you need to say, I'm going to do this because I believe in network marketing, I believe in Plexus, I believe in the products, you know, because they work. If you don't believe in the products yet, get on Wednesday night calls and you're going to get 3 brand new testimonials of what our products are doing right now for people. Wow. That will build your belief. You know what I mean? You know, reading books, reaching out in the network marketing world. You know, just reading books and saying, oh my gosh, did you guys know you can make quite a lot of money doing this? I had no idea. You know, there were books out there that said. And so every single day, just feeding that belief just a little bit more, it helped me take one more step. I'm just going to push a little harder, keep going just one more day.
Well, let me ask you something then on that, because, and this goes to all of you guys. You are very successful, professional, independent entrepreneurs in network marketing. You're all now on social media, because I follow you. It's so much fun. I'm like a voyeur out there now. It's awesome. Okay. But here's something that I've seen, and we discussed this backstage a little bit. You're so successful now that you get detractors that say, hey, you want to join our company, check this out, da-da-da. How do you guys stay focused with all of the noise that's there now? Pick and choose.
We get that a lot now, calls and emails and stuff like that. And I'm just really quick to let them know that I do love this industry, that Plexus is my passion. I'm successful because of our products. I'm successful because of work, and I'm successful because of my awesome team. But the industry, like, I'm not looking to go anywhere else. Like, I think you kind of, you know, the whole pick a horse and ride it. I've picked mine, and I'm staying on it. So.
You just blow it off and ignore it. You give them something professional. Are you snarky? I mean, what is it that you do?
It depends on what day of the week it is.
I do have to say that, you know, we do put ourselves out there and that people message. And I actually had one about 2 weeks ago who messaged me, and it was just she just dove right in. You know, I want you on my company, you know. And I honestly, I messaged her back and I said, is this working for you? Is this recruiting strategy something that I would just love to know your odds on this? And she was like, well, actually, no, it's not. And so I just said, I would love to just suggest that you work on the relationship and you might be a lot more successful. And she actually thanked me and went on her way. So, yeah.
Now, that's the great tip on how to get new people that you can talk to about Plexus. Okay. Don't ever just shut them down. Ask questions back, because you never know when one of them might join your team. Now, talking about social media, Miss Celeste, I've been hearing a rumor for the last few months that you are just an unbelievable freak of history that built 100% of your business on Facebook. I've never in all my years seen this done, so can you share?
I know, right? I'm going to blow some minds. I did not build my business on Facebook.
It's just a rumor?
It's a rumor.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so, you know, here's the thing. You don't have 1,500 friends on Facebook before you're a network marketer if you don't have real relationships. You'll know what I mean? I love people. I did have a lot of friends on Facebook, and I absolutely think it would have been nuts for me not to use that avenue.
Okay.
I have so much respect for network marketers that have done it, picking up the phone and having coffee meetings. Why? Because I do that too. Daily, I'm lunching, I'm on the phone, 3-way calls, meeting people for lunch, meeting people for coffee, on the phone after my kiddos go to bed. So it would be insane not to use Facebook though, because I can reach 1,500 people in one post. How long would it take me to make a call to 1,500 people to get my opportunity in front of them?
Sure.
So I love social media. I think it's an amazing, amazing tool, but I want to tell everyone in the room, don't hide behind a computer, okay? Don't think if you post on Facebook twice a day that you're working your business. love the people first. And you have to pour into those relationships first and foremost. And I share that a lot, with my team. And we talk a lot about farming and pouring into relationships, pouring into people, and that you're passionate for Plexus, and it's going to come through so naturally. If you're genuine in caring how they are and caring about their day, your passion for Plexus is going to be easy to share because it's such a natural progression when you're talking to someone. When you meet them, talk about your kids, you talk about your spouse, you talk about what do you do for a living. There you go, share in natural conversation. So.
That's good, right there. And so many times we see people fall back on the crutch of social media, whether it's Pinterest, Facebook, LinkedIn, doesn't matter. Great tools, but you still have to build contact with people. So remember that's awesome. I've got one for you. Each of you gotta be careful how I phrase this, are at different stages in your life as women, as moms, as wives. How do you balance everything that you have to do from taking care of your daughter, taking care of Ray, the kids, the babies, all this? How do y'all do that?
At certain time you can work this business 24/7, but then who wants your job if you do that? So I had to early on realize that I needed boundaries and that I also needed family time. And so I'm very, I try to find a balance, and sometimes the balance is out of whack depending on what's going on in your life. You can't always have that perfect balance. But I try my best to have that balance, and that means sometimes that you leave your phone in your purse when you're at dinner with someone and you're with that person and not trying to do a Facebook post and answer a text and check your email and have lunch too. Sometimes you gotta put the phone away, sometimes you gotta leave your office, and if that means going to the movies at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, I've been known to do that because I know at the movies I have to put my phone on silent and I have to just be present to the movie. And so a lot of times Ray and I go to the movies a lot and they're like, why do y'all go to the movies so much? And I said, I think it's because I know that is total downtime for me. I'm not working business when I'm in the movie and it's just me and Ray at the movies. And I have 3 grandchildren and they would live with me if I would let them, right? Because they love their Mimi, I'm just saying. And and I love them, and so it's all about the kids. And so Ray and I probably do, it's a long time ago, if we knew these grandkids were gonna be this awesome, we would just skip right past our 2 daughters and went straight to those grandkids. They are amazing. And they are so different, each one of them is different, and their ranges and ages are different. So we have a baby, and we have one that's going to be going into her senior year. And so it's exciting to be able to say, it's funny because they're like, Mimi, can you come to this? Because they think the answer is yes. As far as they're concerned, I don't work. And that's the image I want my family to see, is that I don't really work, but yet, behind the scenes, I'm like a crazy person, right? Working and making sure that my team, is there, and they need my support, and I want to make sure I'm there for everyone. But at the same time, I want to make sure that I'm there for my family. And I just want to be real careful about your excitement can be so over the top that you forget about the people around you. And don't forget about the people around you, because you need that support system, and you got to give back as much as you take. And so it's just very interesting how you find your balance, and it won't be perfect all the time, but I think if you're striving for it, then you're going in the right direction.
That's awesome. Sarah?
I think as a busy wife and a busy mom, one of the most important things I can say about this would be boundaries is key, but time blocking and allocating. So rather than multitasking, like you said, and doing 10 things at once, setting that 1 or 2 hours of income producing activity when the baby's taking a nap or after they go to bed. And I know, honestly, after bedtime, 9 to 11:30 in the evenings is when I get a lot of work done. And when you're focused on doing it, you can get more done in less time if you're focused on that one thing. So really using that time blocking, so that right now I'm present with my kids. Right now I'm present with my husband. Right now I'm working my business, and I'm going to do income producing activities first and get what I can done. You guys know the first 200 YouTube videos I did, I was like, it's nap time. So, and I was like, I knew I had time after the baby went to bed was when I was going to do that work, the income producing activity. So I think time blocking is very important.
Okay, Ms. Celeste?
Yeah, I agree. It's definitely, it's a juggle and it's a balance, but I'll also say that probably my first year and a half, especially, it was definitely a sacrifice for my family. But it was one that I was able to grasp. I could see the big picture and see that it was going to be worth it. I absolutely missed a couple of wrestling tournaments. I absolutely missed theater rehearsal. I missed a couple of things for my kids. But I promise you, my son told me about a month ago, we were on our way home from church and just out of the blue, I don't know, it's having mommy guilt. Anybody know what that is? Not the dads, but the moms. About, working too much. And he, out of the blue, I shared this with Tarl earlier in the week, he said, this has been the best year of our life. And y'all, my kids, they're not the center of the universe anymore. And that's what mommy having the Plexus gig has shown them. And if anything, it's been enriching for them, not detrimental. They've seen that I can be successful and still be a great mom. So don't think it was a sacrifice. Don't think it was not a sacrifice. It was, and I did miss some stuff in the beginning. But let me tell you what, the stuff that I'm getting to do with them now, holy moly, it was worth it. The relationship they have with their dad now, because he stepped up to the plate so much, totally worth it. And lots of perspectives that you don't even think about. But it was definitely a sacrifice in the beginning, but figuring out those work hours is absolutely huge, and turning off the phone. I'm actually preaching to myself right now. I see all my friends going, she does not do that. I should, and I'm working on it. But it's definitely a balance.
Awesome. Ms. Rebekah?
I'm going to piggyback a little bit on what Celeste is saying, because I totally agree with that. One thing that I will say that I've started doing that my super friend Amy Kosmowski always talks about is the goal setting the night before, or if it's do it the night before for the next day, because you're always going to be a little bit more optimistic about what you can accomplish for the next day, or for the next week, or for the next month. And so I definitely work on that, those goal setting and those blocks, so that I'll know that this is what I'm going to accomplish, and then I just love checking those off my list every day. Super fun. My life has changed a lot in the last 6 months. I've become